Well, Ted, now that we've completed filming the iPhone 16 event, I believe it is time to send out the invites for September 10th.
Sir, do we have to? Everybody already knows it's September 10th.
Well, how would they know that?
It's Bloomberg and Mark Gurman, and we always do it on the second Tuesday of September. It's very predictable, sir. Everybody already knows.
We're not, that predictable. We still got some tricks up our sleeves.
They already know about the capture button, sir. They already know about the Apple Watch 10.
Do they know about the
bronze color? Yes, they know. The new titanium finish.
Alright then, fine. You know what? We're gonna have it a day earlier since we're done filming now, just to prove that Mark Gurman is wrong sometimes.
Seriously, sir, you're gonna make me cut my Labor Day vacation short because you want Mark Gurman to be wrong?
That's right, okay? We're having it on the 9th, and they're not gonna see that coming.
Okay, sure. I just have some flights to reschedule.
Beautiful! And I'm sure it'll be a,
Good morning.
Good morning. I said good morning!
Great, thanks, Tim. It is time for the endless, needless, pointless speculation to officially begin, because it's glow time. Apple felt like announcing the event 2 weeks early. Definitely didn't expect the invites to drop today. I was thinking next week. That's a little bit more in Apple style, especially when it's an online event like this one is, and it definitely affected my travel plans to the point now where I'm either going to be driving super late into the night or I'm not going to be home when the event's going on. So it's gotta throw off a bunch of my schedule. Thanks, Apple. But yeah, this is supposed to be the event where all of the iPhone 16 rumors and leaks finally become confirmed. Apple actually is going to put their best foot forward, and based on the invite image, glow time, I think it's a reference to the visualization of Apple Intelligence. This makes me really hope that Apple Intelligence is actually a standard thing across the entire iPhone 16 lineup. There were a lot of rumors earlier in the year that it wouldn't be, or at least there's a chance that you're going to buy the iPhone 16 and it'll have to get Apple Intelligence a few weeks later, even though that's going to be probably one of the headlining features, which is kind of sad. But yeah, brief recap. This is probably the last time the flagship iPhones are going to have 60 hertz on the 16 and 16 Plus. The capture button, which is supposed to be solid state and allow you to zoom in and out with the trackpad on the side, lock exposure, or make the phone focus on the center of the viewfinder, that kind of thing. There's actually a chance it may come to the entry-level iPhones, which is kind of cool. And yeah, also the Pros are bigger than they've ever been. The Pro Max is like 6.9 inches. The normal Pro is now 6.3 inches, but at least they'll both have the same Tetra Prism 5x optical zoom, whereas before that was restricted to the 15 Pro Max. Now it'll be on both sizes, except the smaller sizes now become bigger. But the interesting coinkadink about the September 9th date being a little bit of a curveball is that it's officially 10 years since the Apple Watch unveil way back in 2014. That was also on September 9th. Does Apple have something in store that's special for the 10th anniversary of the Apple Watch? Well, it turns out, it's just a little bigger. They got rid of the 41mm option, which I think is going to upset a lot of people. And it sounds like they're basically going to be bringing that 49mm size from the Ultra down to a non-Ultra device, because surprisingly, the Apple Watch Ultra is actually outselling the regular Apple Watch SE, which is nutty when you consider the price gap between them. But it's likely not because everybody cares about the titanium build or the flat glass on the front or the action button. Apple's data is probably indicating this as well. Most people spend the extra money on the Apple Watch Ultra simply because they want the better battery life. Like, shocker, right? People that were used to having watches last years on a single battery, then switched to having a smartwatch that can barely last a day on a single charge. Yeah, those people might actually care about having a battery life that lasts more than a single day. Despite all of my memeing and riffing, yes, I am very grateful that Apple is actually looking at ways to improve the battery life on not just the $800 watch, but hopefully the $500 watch as well. And there's also been quite a bit of talk about AirPods getting some refreshes for a while. I wish it was talking more about AirPods Max, but sadly there's not a lot of rumors saying what's coming to those. More of the recent reports are saying, and it could be at this event, that we're supposed to get AirPods 4th generation, not the ones with ANC, except they'll be getting ANC now. So for the first time, active noise cancellation might not be a pro feature much longer. And of course, the AirPods 3 still have a lightning connector on the case. What's up with that? Come on, Apple. We announced USB USB-C like a year ago now. We should be transitioning over to Type-C a lot faster, please. And there's also rumored to be a cheaper pair of AirPods that still don't have active noise cancellation, but they're going to replace what's been on the website for 5 years now. The AirPods 2, which are just, I guess, more comfortable for people. They're cheaper than AirPods 3, but yeah, they still got the freaking lightning connector, and Apple's got to abide by all of the EU laws and mandates, so I think this would be the perfect event for not just the iPhone 16s and the Apple Watch 10 and all that, but also updating the AirPods line to be USB-C across the board, please, Apple, including AirPods Max if at all possible. But yeah, expect a lot of talk about Apple Intelligence features, 2 and maybe 3 new sets of AirPods and 4 new iPhones, including the biggest screened iPhones of all time, and also the 2 cheaper iPhones that are under $1,000 are still gonna rock 60 hertz, and that's gonna tick off the entire tech community, and then a bunch of people are gonna still go out and buy one. This also marks the official death of the ringer switch, because the 16 and 16 Plus are supposed to be switching over to the action buttons as well this year, and I'm really hopeful that they've got something planned for these capture buttons, because I could visualize a scenario in which they kind of get in the way all the time. I'm not really loving the direction of just adding more and more buttons to the iPhone, but Apple usually has a good way of impressing me and coming up with use cases that I didn't know I wanted. So what are you guys most excited for at this event? For me, yeah, it's definitely ultimately coming down to these iPhones. Like, are there Apple Intelligence features that they didn't talk about at DubDub that are more interesting than image playgrounds? And how good are the cameras? Because I'm using my iPhone more and more as a dedicated camera, both for YouTube work and my work at Tello. So if there's some seriously good video quality improvements, then I may be tempted to upgrade, but I'll wait for Apple to make their case. And thank you to everybody supporting this channel directly. It seriously helps us out a ton, as does just watching these videos. So thanks again. This is your Apple Sheep here, and I will see you all in the next one.